Something's not right, but it seems familiar somehow. I remember this endless cold. Where are you? You might as well show yourself.
Corvo, old friend. Do I even have to say it? You've lost another Empress. Delilah was born a pawn, but now she's got the throne. 15 years ago, the assassin Dowd could have warned you about her if you'd bothered to ask, but you were too busy for questions. Times have changed, Corvo, and you haven't been watching the dark corners of the world. Maybe living in a palace has made you soft. What happens when you push a man farther than he ever thought he could go? Does he snap? And what happens when he tries to go home? Maybe you'll finally learn what it feels like to kill an Empress. Dowd could have told you about that, too.
I felt this so long ago. The void. It was still there all along. Never thought I'd be here again. Feels as good as I remember. Now I'm going to save my daughter and win back her throne. There you are, my love.
I know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Jessamine. If all I can hear are the last echoes of your voice, that's enough.
Only the last of my essence, with you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can. There are no stars in sky here. There isn't a sky. You shouldn't be here. No one should.
Who is Delilah, really? Jessamine's sister? Bearing the outsider's mark?
Thousands of years, few have seen this place. 2 were empresses.
There's no one quite like Delilah, I watched her pull herself up from blood and filth, until she was in a position to steal from the wisest scholars in the Empire. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes fawning sycophants of those around her, all of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game. She took all the abuse the world could deal out, and now she has a crown. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
Maybe I got lazy. Fell asleep at my post. Somehow everything I love is at risk. Again. Last time I saw Karnaca, I was just 18, boarding a ship bound for Dunwall. It was dawn and I'd been up all night dancing 3 sheets to the wind. I was puffed up with the old Duke's favor, and I thought I was the greatest swordsman the Isles had ever known. For over 3 decades, I've lived in a palace, watching over the people I love. I've had an empress die in my arms, and raised another from birth. Who would have thought I'd come back home, the most wanted man in the Isles, following the trail of a monstrous killer? What would that 18-year-old think of me now? You've explained part of it. What were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaca, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn you.
There were reports about tensions rising. Corruption, street violence. It's the sort of thing that happens, and usually the local authorities resolve it.
The new Duke has let things slide, but Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer was a solarium years ago. I'll get inside and eliminate the Crown Killer. Maybe the alchemist will cooperate, maybe she won't. Either way, I'll try to figure out what happened to Sokolov, too.
I would say good luck, but I don't think you want my luck. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
Mortimer Ramsey, the entitled son of entitled parents. The Duke's coup relied on a weasel like you. Before I leave Serkonos, Duke Luca Abel and I are going to meet face to face, and he'll pay for all this. Addermeyer Institute's been there for a long time, but Hypatia wasn't around when I lived in Karnaca. Delilah's powerful. How is it possible I haven't crossed her path in all these years? As assassins go, the Crown Killer was messy, vulgar. The Duke wanted people afraid. Sokolov always seemed ageless. Not now. With that watchtower, the only way to get to Addermeyer is through the carriage station. Sokolov's style. It's Delilah. I miss listening to old Anton Sokolov and his travel stories. He even explored Pandyssia.
Or must I say, Your Imperial Majesty? I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Bristol years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Ready. The old city must have changed a lot.
Off we go then.
One more time, old friend.
Take you to Addermeyer by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkonos spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
I remember the old Duke Theodanis. He was a good man.
Watch yourself on the way to Addermeyer. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I can take care of myself.
This is a good spot. Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Addermire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
Welcome to Karnaca, stranger.
What ship is that out there? You know the skipper?
The dreadful will. No, it's not on the register.
Where am I gonna find the money? Damn it! Hello there.
You know that was supposed to go to us.
Chance to tell you something.
It wasn't his fault, Maya.
I'm sorry, every now and then one of those Grand Guard bastards pulls a stunt like that. It's getting worse.
Conducted in the name of the former emperor.
Spooky, someone grabbing people off the street.
The Grand Serponic Guard, stopping and arresting all
Hey, come here.
on the streets of Karnaca. Compliance is mandatory.
An underground market. Illegal trade means weapons and ammunition.
Trade with you.
I need a nap.
Glad we could do business.
My name's Mindy Blanchard. And that mask tells me you're someone who goes into places where you don't belong. Want to help me with something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
I need to get to Addermire Institute. Can you help?
Yeah, I know how to do that. You go get a body for me, and I'll help you with your problem. Don't worry, he's already dead.
You want me to bring you a corpse? What's the story there?
The overseers are holding him at their outpost. They think he was a kind of a witch. I want the body for reasons of my own. Sneak in and take it, then meet me in the old basement below the dentist office near there.
I'll consider it.
Remember to move slow.
Infested, all right. We used to throw rocks at these nests when I was young. Just go slow and mind the distance. Easy. I'm a wanted man again. Welcome home.
Miserable rat. I told you what would happen if you reported me. I warned you.
Please, you gave me no choice.
Wall of light. From the time of the rat plague.
Move along. We're conducting a search for heretical artifacts.
What? Here? Listen, I only need
This area is restricted on the authority of the Abbey. No one is allowed inside.
Dig deep, brother. Remember that the profane seeks to hide itself.
Karnaca was a lovely city once, before the Duke began choking the life out of the place. Before the Crown Killer started painting the walls red. Now you're here, and I have to wonder whether you're gonna give it that final nudge, or pull it back from the edge. We've both seen cities go bad before. Vermin, blood, and betrayal. It's happening again. I hope you're ready.
And the few coins left by those within the Outsiders' wicked cabal. Those cursed figures who hunt and shamble just outside the lights of our city, whose faces we do not recognize, and whose voices we harden ourselves to the cries of the apostate, to the heretic, and the...
My mother was so devout, the strictures gave her comfort.
This heretic's body is important, even though I don't fully understand the situation. We'll wait for the Vice Overseer.
When should Byrne arrive?
Where are you? Looking for him. Let him go! For the Abbey!
That's it. The body Mindy sent me after.
Hey, you got it. Put it down in the hole. Good job. Take this.
You said you had a trick for getting closer to Adamire.
I just sent one of my boys to turn off the power to the carriage rails. When the juice is off, you can walk along the rails and get where you need to go. On the other side, there's a station that will take you to Adamire.
All right, then. This is goodbye.
So now you've been paid, hit the road.
What is it to you? A feast or a famine, a nail or a screw?
Should we take our guests the land agent to re-inspect the riverside drains?
What do you think so? That's a jolly good idea.
Addermeyer's Station. This should take me out to the Institute. Every coin I pick up brings me closer to making things right again.
Feel free to have a look around.
This must be the alchemist's apartment. Alexandria Hypatia. So much misery under tyrants like the Duke. More corpses, more blood flies.
After the horrible failures of my first serum, I'm more determined than ever to help the miners. It's not my say how hard the Duke and his cronies drive the workers, but until he sees reason, I'll do what I can to make their lives and to provide comfort to their families. It's my obsession, this work, and the impact it will have on the least privileged people in Karnaca. Studying the original plague elixirs. I'm close to something.
When I find Hypatia, I'll see what she knows about the Crown Killer.
Huh?
It'll be safe to touch the carriage rails now.